Pee-wee's Big Adventure has quickly become one of my favorite movies I've watched this year. This is fantastic. This is hilarious. This is so much better than I expected it to be. Upon being announced for a Criterion release, I was a little skeptical. Not that Criterion doesn't sometimes put out some odder movies that aren't necessarily to that prestige level that Criterion is just sort of known for. It just seems weird. It's Tim Burton. He's not a great director. We'll get to that later, but it's a Tim Burton movie. It's a kids he's on it from a kids show. So that was my assumption going into it. But it looked funny. It's always looked funny. It's always been a movie that I've just kind of wanted to watch but haven't. And it looked fine, so I ended up picking it up during the Criterion sale. I ended up watching this as the first one I got from the Criterion sale this month, and that's because it was a short 90-minute movie, comedy. It felt like it'd be a very easy thing to just put on and kind of enjoy, not have to think too much about it. And that was true. For the most part, that was true. The movie is not some deep, complex movie or anything like that. It's not some stunning comedy. It's just a fun movie that's honestly kind of just for kids. This is a perfect movie to show a 10-year-old or something, right? It's very funny, but it's not so immature that it becomes kind of pandering to children. It is just a fun movie. The story's very simple. Paul Rubin stars as Pee Wee Herman, and he's just trying to get his bike back, and he goes on this cross-country adventure to do so. The movie also stars Elizabeth Daily, who you may know as Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats. She's the voice actor. As Dottie, she works at the bike shop Pee Wee Herman shops at, and that's kind of the love interest there, although I will say Pee Wee does not seem to have that, reciprocate those feelings throughout most of the movie. He's kind of childish in that way. She clearly is attracted to him, and that is another motive throughout the story. We also have Mark Polton as Francis Buxton, and he is the primary antagonist of the movie and the one who steals Pee-wee's bike. And altogether, this is a fun cast in a very fun movie. Written by Paul Rubin himself, along with Michael Verall and Phil Hartman. Seems a little weird. Didn't know Phil Hartman was on the Pee Wee Herman show. But he was. He plays Captain Carl in Pee Wee Herman show and Pee Wee's Playhouse, and he helped write both of those and helped write with this. You may know Phil Hartman as Lionel Hutz and Troy McClure on The Simpsons. He's also in Small Soldiers, which is a movie I really enjoy. He's a very funny person, so it makes sense that he would have written something like this, especially being so closely related to the previous shows. But in all, it's a very good movie. Again, one of my favorite movies I've watched this year, and something I had not seen before. But I'm still kind of surprised. Tim Burton's just not a very good director. People act like he's some great director. That may be just a casual opinion, but I feel like he's treated like he's a lot better director than he is. If you look through his filmography, he's got 2-3 good movies. I think this might actually be my second favorite movie from him. Ed Wood is obviously a very good movie, and I think Edward Scissorhands is also just a good movie. I think Ed Wood and Edward Scissorhands are pretty universally agreed to be just good movies. I think Pee-wee's Big Adventure should be kind of in that same group. It's just a good movie. I don't really have any complaints or anything negative to say. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's exactly what you would think a Pee Wee Herman movie is. But outside of that, he really doesn't have a whole lot good. Sure, you can make an argument for the original Batman or even Batman Returns. I guess they're fine movies. Mars Attacks has its fans, and I guess Sleepy Hollow and Sweeney Todd are fine if that's what you're into. Those are all perfectly acceptable movies, and I would not say they are bad. But then you get the other half of his filmography, and it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Alice in Wonderland remakes, live-action remakes, the Dumbo live-action remake, Big Fish, Miss Pegarian's Home for Strange Brats or whatever. His movies just really, they are not very good. He had a couple of really good movies pretty early on, and then things kind of just take a dive. While there was some misses prior, after Sweeney Todd, he hasn't put out a good movie since. nothing he's done since then has been good, and that was back in 2007. He's made 20 movies, and like the last 7 have been bad, and before that, the other 13, there's like 5 not like really just not good ones in there. That's like more than half of his filmography that just isn't good. I don't know. I just don't think he's a very good director. So like I said, I was really surprised when this entered the Criterion Collection. It's like, it's Pee Wee Herman. The kids show, it's Tim Burton. He sucks. And yet somehow this is a great movie. This is a fantastic movie. Like, absolutely buy this. This is 1,000% worth it. This is... So far, this has been my favorite movie that I purchased in the Criterion sale, and I've watched a few more. If you've seen my video on... if you've seen my video on what I picked up for the Criterion sale, I've watched a few more since then. This is probably my favorite one so far. It's just a good movie. Like, it's just fun. And I'm genuinely shocked that this is as good as it is. Quickly became one of my favorite movies of the year. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see more Pee Wee Herman. It was good. Go watch Pee Wee Herman. This movie's great. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.